For over 75 years, our esteemed institution, the University of the West Indies, has been a symbol of excellence in the Caribbean and beyond. While honoring our rich heritage, we are also committed to embracing progress and change. One exciting change is the modernization of the academic regalia worn by university officers during formal ceremonies. Our UWI regalia, which was first introduced in the 1960s, has been significantly redesigned. This new bespoke collection of gowns, conceptualized through insightful contributions from our university community, was produced by a collaboration of in-house talent, a budding young designer, and a West Indian manufacturer. The gowns are now more suitable for the climate, embody our Caribbean heritage, and represent our dedication to sustainability. Most importantly, they celebrate our continued evolution as an independent university breaking from colonial ties. Tradition meets evolution as the spirit of Caribbeanness infuses these gowns, marking a new history for the University of the West Indies.
From many distant lands, our forefathers came, some seeking adventure, some bound in chains. Through battles waged and fought, through victory and pain, by test of their courage, our freedom was gained. In homage to those gone before us, the heroes of lands in the sun, we vow to join hands and to focus on building one Caribbean. Raise your voices high, sing of your Caribbean pride. Sing it loud and strong, feel our hearts beat as one. Celebrate in song as we rise to heights where we belong. Sound of victory drum for Caracom. The great and diverse be our ethnicities. The bonds that unite us are stronger than these. We dine, we pray, we love, we dance and we play. We relate to each other the West Indian way. Today as a people united, determined and steadfast we stand. We look to a brand new horizon, the future now firmly in our hands. Raise your voices high and sing of your Caribbean pride. Sing it loud and strong, feel our hearts beat as one. Celebrate in song as we rise to heights where we belong. Sound the victory drum for Caracom. Hele, hele, bravo, hope you sing Caracom. Leve, leve, wow, Naki, you sting calico. Raise your voice and sing of your Caribbean pride. Sing it loud and strong. Feel our hearts beat as one. Celebrating song as we rush to heights where we belong. Sound the victory drum. Oh, Caracon, hele, hele, bravo. Oh, for your sting, Caracon. Leve, leve, wow. Hele, hele. Tabu, yeah, tabu, wow. Knock your drum, Caracon. Leve, leve, wow.
Vice Chancellor Professor Sir Hilary Beckles, Pro Vice Chancellor and Campus Principal Dr. Francis Severin, University executives and other members of staff, honorary graduates, distinguished guests, congratulations. Today you stand here with fellow graduates, family and friends to celebrate a significant milestone in your lives. Completing your course of study showcases not only your academic prowess, but also your commitment and resilience. Many of you began this journey during a global health crisis, and your presence here today is a testament to your strength of character in overcoming challenges. As you embark on this new and exciting chapter, you will encounter numerous opportunities and undoubtedly some challenges. Embrace the opportunities and use the skills and knowledge you've gained to navigate complexities of this world. Dream big and think with an open mind. Throughout your academic journey, you have been exposed to information that allows you to see the world through a broader lens. The examples and illustrations you have encountered during your study are not just theoretical props designed for the purpose of obtaining a degree. They reflect a real, interconnected world, the afterglow of the consciousness of millions of people going about their daily lives. Your local environment is part of this larger global space, where events and decisions made thousands of miles away can have a significant impact locally. Be assured that the knowledge you've gained at the University of the West Indies has prepared you to meet these events with confidence, whether they originate locally or are influenced by global circumstances. Approach each issue from a broad perspective, even as you plan and act locally. I was recently asked why the University of the West Indies pursues a global strategy when there are enough local problems to be addressed. This question isn't new. In a different setting, while discussing the merits of global thinking with local executives, a similar question arose. Why not focus on our local circumstances since we are not competing globally? To answer this question, I borrowed from a distinguished US professor who shared a perspective with his business class on the necessity of global thinking. He suggested, consider that in this interdependent global space, an American might drive to work in a car designed in Germany, assembled in Mexico by Daimler Chrysler, from components made in the US and Japan, fabricated from Korean steel and Malaysian rubber. He may fill the car with gasoline at a BP service station owned by a British multinational company. The gasoline could have been pumped from a well off the coast of Africa by a French oil company and transported to the US in a ship owned by a Greek shipping line. While driving, the American might talk to his stockbroker on a Nokia cell phone designed in Finland, assembled in Texas using a chipset produced in Taiwan, designed by Indian engineers working for a firm in California. He can instruct his broker to purchase shares in Deutsche Telekom, a German telecommunication company transformed into a global entity by an Israeli CEO. He may turn on his car radio, which was made in Malaysia by a Japanese firm, to hear a popular song composed by a Swede and sung by a group of Danes in English, who signed a record contract with a French music company to promote their record in the US. The driver might pull into a drive-through coffee stall run by a Korean and order a latte and chocolate-covered biscotti. The coffee beans will come from Brazil, the chocolate from Peru, while the biscotti were made locally using an old Italian recipe. This, the professor contended, was the essence of a globally connected world. This was the world in 2004. And while much has changed in the 2 decades, it remains the world we live in today. Nokia is no longer the mobile phone of choice. Chrysler has been spun off from Daimler, which has since rebranded to Mercedes, and our taste in music may have evolved. However, the need to view the world as a large interconnected global space is as relevant today as it was then. The often used statement, think global, act local, is good advice. The UWI, even with its limited resources, cannot afford to view the world only as a local or regional construct. To do so will fail its graduates, and certainly it will fail the region. We must engage the world and participate in important research and conversations on matters of global consequence. By doing so, we will continue to produce graduates with the academic competence and critical and strategic thinking to operate in any environment of their choosing. You, the members of the graduating class of 2024, are the beneficiaries of this global thinking. The global campus's approach to expanding access to higher education has long been driven by this very paradigm, first as a forerunner in online education delivery, and more recently, launching the International School for the Development and Justice, a global online graduate school dedicated to advancing the global sustainable development agenda. Congratulations to Principal Severin and the Global Campus on this outstanding achievement. The world is forever evolving, and on this point of evolution, I know that coincided with this year's graduation ceremonies and the theme, Celebrating Caribbean Legacy, a Kaleidoscope of Resilience, new and modern academic regalia has been introduced for the principal and campus officers to wear at formal ceremonies. The academic regalia at UWI was first introduced in the 1960s. The most recent design was decades old, and after consulting with our university community, these redesigned gowns you see today better represent our Caribbean identity and symbolize yet another break from colonial ties. I hope this initiative inspires you and reinforces that you're part of a vibrant heritage that refuses to accept the status quo. Embrace this moment, stand tall in your achievements, and let your resilience and success light the path forward for future generations. Your journey of growth and learning doesn't end today. It merely evolves into new chapters. As your alma mater, we are committed to supporting you through every phase of this continuous evolution. Carry forward the spirit of resilience and innovation, and know that we look forward to witnessing and contributing to your future success. Stay curious and continue to seek knowledge and personal growth. Above all, use your talents and abilities to make a difference. Go forth and make us all proud. Congratulations again on your significant achievement, and may the light continue to shine from the west. Well done, class of 2024. Thank you. We are met today in order that we may mark by a formal ceremony the entry of certain of our members into the company of graduates and the academic achievements of others. As a university, we are an academic society of undergraduates, bachelors, masters, and doctors, and we follow the academic tradition in the pursuit of knowledge and the encouragement of learning, purposes which are laid down in the preamble to the Royal Charter, by which we have been granted the powers needful for the prosecution of our affairs. In pursuing these aims, our members advance from time to time to higher standing in the academic community, and it is proper that we, as a body, we should celebrate their achievements. It is marked by the granting of a degree or diploma or license or certificate, and we rejoice with our graduates and their achievements and their advancements.
Chancellor, I now ask the public orator, Mrs. Leslie Crane Mitchell, to present Mr. Kirani James, whom the Senate and the Council of the University have been pleased to recommend for the award of the degree of Doctor of Laws honoris causa.
Chancellor, in the heart of every champion lies a burning fire, a relentless drive, an unyielding desire to push beyond the limits, to strive for the best, to rise above the challenges, to outshine the rest. With every step, with every stride, the champion's spirit cannot hide. Through sweat and tears, through pain and strife, the champion's creed is their way of life. The Champion's Creed, one of a series of 6 inspirational poems crafted in celebration of the strength and courage of athletes, perfectly captures the incredible journey and indomitable spirit of 400-meter world and Olympic sprint champion Kirani Zeno James, CBE, COG, whom we celebrate here today. Already a world 400-meter champion by the age of 18, young Kirani the Jaguar James burst onto the Olympic stage in 2012 to take gold and become Grenada's first ever Olympic medalist in the history of the Games. This unprecedented feat would be repeated 4 years later at the 2016 Olympic Games held in Rio, and again in Tokyo in 2020, securing his dominance as one of the fastest 400-meter runners ever to grace the track. A champion of the highest order, both on and off the track, Kirani Zeno James was born to Annie James and Dorani Marshall on September the 1st, 1992, the third of 4 siblings raised in the community of Gunbattle, located in the small fishing village of Guave, on the west coast of the Caribbean island nation of Grenada. Self-described as being from very humble beginnings, it was here that his love for sports would first be nurtured, heavily influenced by his older brother Gary, himself a very talented basketballer and all-round sportsman. During his formative years as a student at the St. John's Anglican School, Kirani's latent talent would first be spotted by school teacher Nigel Forrester. The brothers would later become part of their local hometown sports club, prophetically named Speed Zone, where Kirani would soon catch the attention of coach Albert Joseph, who would remain his coach till he left for university in 2010. Kirani's growing confidence in his abilities would take root with his first experience of a regional meet while still a student of the Grenada Boys Secondary School. At the 2007 Carifta Games, he would blow away the competition to win his first gold medal in the 400-meter under-17 category with a time of 47.86 seconds. Competing with and winning against older, more seasoned athletes from big countries like Trinidad and Tobago and Jamaica was when everything clicked for 14-year-old Kirani. That's when I realized that athletics could give me a lot of opportunities, he mused. I grew up not having much, and it dawned on me that I could use athletics as a way of furthering myself and my family. It made sense to continue to work hard at track and field because there was just so much it could offer me. It really has been a blessing. In the years that followed, Kirani would rack up an unprecedented series of wins, his confidence growing with each title won, each record set and broken. In April of 2008, he defended his Carifta 400-meter title, winning the 200 meters with a time of 21.38 seconds. In July of that year, he won a silver medal at the 2008 World Junior Championships with a time of 45.70 seconds, which was his personal best and a national youth and junior record. In October, he won the gold medal at the Commonwealth Youth Games, setting a new record of 46.66 seconds. Kirani would make his third Carifta Games appearance in 2009, and in his under-20 debut, he defeated the defending 400-meter champion and fellow Grenadian Rondell Bartholomew to win in a personal best of 45.45 seconds. This easily set a new championship record, beating Usain Bolt's 6-year-old mark of 46.35 seconds and earning him the Austin Seeley Trophy for the most outstanding athlete of the Games. Ever the overachiever, Kirani would go on to become the first youth athlete to complete a 200 and 400-meter double gold at the 2009 IAAF World Youth Championships in Athletics, followed by the 400 meters at the Pan American Junior Championships. This prodigious collection of honors not only earned him the 2009 Grenada Sportsman of the Year title, but also led to multiple scholarship offers by US colleges eager to recruit this Grenadian teenage track phenomenon. Kirani would eventually opt for the University of Alabama, leaving home in 2010 at just 17 years old to further his studies in business and commerce and position himself to become a professional athlete. If there was ever any doubt that he had made the right decision, this was soon settled during his first appearance on an indoor track for his new team, when he ran 45.79 seconds in the 400 meter, placing first and breaking the college's record, which had stood for 10 years. This difficult but necessary transition was made easier by the camaraderie of fellow Caribbean athletes and the mentorship of Coach Harvey Glantz, himself a former Olympian. The impact of Coach Glantz on Kirani's life and career cannot be overstated. More than just a coach, Glantz was also very much a father figure to the young athlete. "We had a very close relationship," said Kirani. "He taught me about being an athlete, about being a professional, about being a young man." Having moved to the University of Alabama at only 17, it was crucial having him in my corner. He understood the responsibility I had to my country and worked to put me in a better position to do so. My aim since turning professional has always been about putting Grenada on the map, to have an opportunity to portray my country in a very positive way, and to give my countrymen, if only for a minute, something to be proud of every time I step out onto the track. That the feeling was mutual was made evident in 2022, when Kirani was awarded both the Commander of the Order of the British Empire, CBE, and the Order of Grenada, COG, the first in recognition of his extraordinary commitment to sport, during which he became the only man in Olympic history to win gold, silver, and bronze in the 400 meter, and the second for his role as an outstanding citizen and for elevating the image of Grenada internationally. When asked about the challenge of suddenly losing his coach of 13 years in 2023, Kirani responded, "One of the things that I have always believed in is having good people around you. Good people who want to see you succeed. Good people who want what is best for you. In every step where I have had trials, it's not like I went through it alone. This would be true of other major challenges faced, including the life-changing diagnosis of Graves' disease in 2017 and his beloved mother's passing in 2019. At these times, it is paramount to have friends and family who stand by you and who understand what the journey is. Friends who transfer their strength to you and who, when the time is right, give you the assurance needed to resume training and competing. I have always had good people to help me through hard times, and I appreciate these people in my life. For Kirani, life these days is more about balance, still about winning, but not at all costs. Now older and wiser, Kirani tries to enjoy his success and to appreciate the years he has left on his journey. In a field where so many of his peers fall prey to the excesses that come with living life in the fast lane, Kirani remains humble, unfazed by potential distractions like bringing some Spice Island swagger to Nike's sportswear pinnacle collection. When asked how he remains grounded amidst all of the success and adulation, he immediately responded by learning from the mistakes and experiences of others. A favorite quote of Coach Glantz was, "You need to be true to yourself, but also fair to others," advice that Kirani continues to take to heart, conscious of the responsibility he has to be a good example to those coming up after him. His sage advice, especially to the youngsters he has been privileged to mentor over the years, is to always draw experiences from others. Listen to advice and be mindful of what you do. Giving back to the communities that have given him so much also helps keep things in perspective, whether serving as a sports ambassador for Grenada, speaking at schools, tutoring inner city kids, or serving on the Athletes in Action leadership team at the University of Alabama. Kirani has always been conscious of leveraging his fame for good and not taking his success for granted. More recently, this has included taking on positions on the board of directors of the Windward Islands Research and Education Foundation, WINDREF, and the Sport for Health program within it, and the Grenada Education and Development Program, GRENED, an organization dedicated to youth empowerment, leadership, and sustainable development. Often assured by fans back home that he has done enough for his country, still, that relentless drive and unyielding desire to push beyond limits remains. Despite 4 Olympic final appearances and the distinction of being one of the most decorated 400-meter athletes in history, Kirani continues to strive to inspire others through his journey and passion for the sport, remaining committed to continuous improvement and fostering a positive and supportive community for fellow athletes. He remains rooted in the belief that dedication, consistency, and teamwork are the keys to success both on and off the track, and is laser focused on the next 4 years and the chance to represent his country at the pinnacle of athletic competition just one more time at the 2028 Summer Olympics in Los Angeles, USA. Therefore, Chancellor, I ask that you invoke the powers vested in you by the Council and Senate of the University of the West Indies and confer on Grenadian hero and champion Kirani Zeno James the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
By the authority vested in me by the Senate and Council of the University of the West Indies, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa of the University of the West Indies. I now invite Dr. Kirani James to address the company.
Chancellor Miller, Vice Chancellor Beckles, Chairperson of Global Campus Council, Her Excellency Dr. June Suma, Pro Vice Chancellor and Campus Principal, Dr. Francis Sever, university executives and other members of staff, fellow graduates, distinguished guests, I welcome you all. I stand here today incredibly grateful, privileged, and humbled to receive this honorary degree, Doctor of Law from the University of the West Indies. If you would have told me when I was 10 years old that one day I would be an Olympic gold, silver, bronze medalist, Grenadian sports ambassador, and now the recipient of an honorary degree, I would not have believed you. My humble upbringing has shaped so much of who I am. It has taught me that inherited circumstances do not dictate one's future. It has shown me the value of community, hard work, perseverance, and humility. I grew up in a small fishing village called Guelph, also known as the town that never sleeps. Guelph is one of the most unique places in Grenada. We march to the beat of our own drums. It is a place where people are passionate and involved in just about everything that is happening, and not afraid to voice their true opinions. But at its very core, it is a community that has a strong concern for the welfare of others. I tell you these things because it is a part of who I am and why I stand before you today. Community is at the heart of my story, and I believe it is vital to all of us as we pursue our purpose in life. Now, this overbearing love and gratitude I have for my hometown is only amplified when I take into account the entirety of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. Being able to represent my country on an international stage is something I don't take for granted. Ever since my talent and achievements have become renowned, I made a commitment to always represent my country in a positive light, in a way of honoring those who have come before me and inspiring the next generation. That feeling of pride and elation I get is incredible. It's a high that nothing else compares to. Now, I also cannot ignore the support that I get from the rest of the Caribbean. One of my best experiences when I compete internationally is seeing and interacting with all of my friends and fellow athletes from various Caribbean islands. The love and support we show each other truly highlights our togetherness. Despite competing at the highest level, we still embrace and celebrate our common history and ancestry that binds us. I am enormously grateful for it. For what I have achieved, there is no secret. It takes a lot of hard work, self-motivation, discipline, consistency, and sacrifice, but also community. Now, community is not just about locality, but about the people in your life and who you allow into your space. Family, friends, teachers, coaches, and mentors. Those are people that they all believed in me, put time, effort, and resources into me. They saw what I could be even before I did. And I am forever grateful and full of admiration for the work that they continue to do, even away from me. They are part of my success story. Now, my journey has not come without its fair share of adversity. My illness, the passing away of people close to my heart. Those were some of the hardest moments in my life. And what I've learned over the years is that things don't go always as planned. A saying I found myself repeating from time to time is man plans and God laughs. But by His grace and with the help of my community, I persevere. And I extend my sincerest gratitude to the people that were there for me. Your love, support, guidance, experiences, and advice have helped me through it. After all, no man is an island, and understanding the true meaning of that has been essential for me. So there are going to be times where you will face adversity, when things don't go as planned. Surround yourself with positive people. Draw inspiration from past experiences and other sources of strength in your life. Use that to push yourself forward. You owe it to yourselves and your loved ones to persevere. But to the graduates, I know most of you started this academic journey during the global pandemic. You standing here today is a testament of your resiliency. Use those experiences as motivation to strive towards your greatness. And as you embark on your different career paths, always have a community that is positive and uplifting. Remember the heritage that we all share and our strength as Caribbean people. We stand here today as a dream of our ancestors, to be a vibrant, multicultural, and flourishing people. It is our job to continue striving towards that purpose, despite the obstacles in our way. Continue to focus on making a difference, and everything else will fall into place the way God intended it to be. Don't measure your success by accolades or material wealth, but by the positive impact you will have on others. We are all part of something bigger than ourselves. Dream it, believe it, and live it. I thank you.
We will now have a poem by Mr. Aquino Romain titled UWI.
I wonder if UWI got its name by chance. Why it couldn't be UOC, University of the Caribbean. I wonder if serious thought was given to the letters they put in together, to the acronym they're making and the name they're creating, because the name they created could never have been more fitting. You see, this Caribbean we live in is all you, we. A name that reflects individuality and in the same breath togetherness. You are all from different islands, but we make up the Caribbean. We make me a citizen of the region. I no longer Grenadian. I Trini, Lucian, Vinci with a little Antigua, and I can't mention every island, but you check what I mean, and you, nah. We have made it so that we highlight our differences, which is fair. We are all unique, but a similar story is told in the different creoles we speak. We are more common than we know or like to admit, but division has no short-term benefits. Check this. What a Grenadian call cashew, a Trinidadian will call pomerac, but that don't change the fact that it's red. And when you cut it, the flesh white. So because he Jamaican and he Bajan, that don't change the fact that we fought and still fighting the same fight. Maybe with variations, but our nations are plagued with similar strains like crime, corruption, climate change, and political climates that can't change. When politicians ready to reign, the clouds of corruption does swell and bust. On who? You? We? On us. And when you sit and reflect that all are we wet, that is when you realize we ain't so different. We recognize the slice of paradise we have. We're similarly blessed indeed. As Chronic say, I'm pleased to be chilling in the West Indies. Chicken curry, curry chicken. And as far as I know, Accra and fish cake is the same thing. Differences, different things, but different is what makes us beautiful. Our beauty is why we are duty-filled to protect what we hold dear. And that's another commonality we share. A goal and a vision for a better region. We have more in common than dry and wet season or a preference for food that well seasoned. I believe that we have a mission. An obligation that transcends the boundaries of our individual nations. We are the salvation for our little pieces of heaven. We are the catalysts for change. We have the brains and the brawn. I'd like to believe our unity isn't entirely gone, that we recognize that victory is only possible when we unite as one, that our ultimate interests are common, that capital hasn't clouded our vision for a better region. Unity is our best bet. And if we, even with a set of degrees, can see that, then we fail.
Chancellor, the persons whose names will be called studied in the University of the West Indies, and having fulfilled the requirements of the University of the West Indies, beg leave to be presented to you and to the Senate of the University by the Director of Academic Programming and Delivery as Bachelors of Education and Bachelors of Science, Engineering, Nursing, Social Sciences, Doctor of Dental Surgery, or as holders of Associate of Science degrees or diplomas or certificates of the University of the West Indies. Sir, the Director, Academic Programming and Delivery, Dr. Glenda Gay.
Sir, my colleagues and I ask you to receive these persons present who, having fulfilled the requirements of this university, have been admitted to the degree of Bachelors of Education, Bachelors of Science, Engineering, Nursing, Science and Technology, Social Sciences, Sport, Doctor of Dental Surgery, or as holders of Associate of Science degrees or diplomas or certificates of the University of the West Indies.
By the authority vested in me, I receive these persons whose names are about to be called as graduate members of our society and confer first degrees, associate degrees, diplomas, and certificate of this university.
Anguilla, Bachelor of Education.
Renee Bryan. Krishana Hughes.
With first class honors.
Kiwana Jean. Valencia Maynard.
With first class honors.
Danice Richardson.
With first class honors.
Kerry Richardson.
With first class honors.
Malika Smith Connor. Ladik Williams. Bachelor of Science Engineering. Kadion Richardson.
Bachelor of Science, Social Sciences.
Carlia Adams.
With first class honors.
Shireen Brooks.
With first class honors.
Arlene Brown Richardson.
With first class honors.
Shireen Francis Johnson.
With first class honors.
Kenisha Gums. Jackie Harrigan.
With first class honors.
Angelique Hazel. Sabrina Hodge. Khalida Hull.
With first class honors.
Janet Muransi.
With first class honors.
Tanisha Paul Douglas. Janeska Queely.
With first class honors.
Stephanie Ryan.
With first class honors.
Siobhan Webster.
With first class honors.
Bachelor of Science, Sport. Nadia Benjamin Linton.
With first class honors. Doctor of Dental Surgery.
Trish Richardson.
Antigua and Barbuda. Bachelor of Education.
Marie Voltaire.
Bachelor of Science, Social Sciences.
Janet Alexis. Alban Bass.
With first class honors. the Bahamas. Associate of Science,
Veronica Gilbert. Jordan Hepburn.
Bachelor of Education,
Kareen Smith Brown.
with first class honors. Bachelor of Science, Social Sciences.
Joshua Benaby.
Linda Homer.
Ebony Johnson. Telaris Johnson. Regia Knowles.
Alec Prabhu, with first class honors. Barbados. Associate of Science,
Nalini Marshall. Janice Straker.
Bachelor of Education,
Michelle Arthur.
with first class honors.
Emily Kelman.
With first class honors. Bachelor of Science, Social Sciences.
Jalisa Allen. Maria Green.
Belize. Bachelor of Education,
Catherine Welch.
with first class honors. Bachelor of Science, Social Sciences.
Chelsea Alpuche.
With first class honors.
Linelli Bailey. Brianna Burke.
With first class honors.
Senia Funes.
With first class honors.
Nadika Galvez. Sylvia Hedon.
With first class honors.
Brianna Leva.
With first class honors.
Ashley Longford. Denzel Peters.
With first class honors.
Stacy Rodriguez. Jessica Sawyers. Angeline Smith. Bachelor of Science, Sport. Dwight Gabb.
British Virgin Islands. Bachelor of Education,
Yonette Walton Stobie.
with first class honors. Bachelor of Science, Social Sciences.
Dion Marie Campbell. Malaika Charles.
With first class honors.
Heather Francois Prentice. Valissa Graham.
With first class honors.
Conessa Roberts Harry.
With first class honors.
Tia Williams.
With first class honors. Cayman Islands. Associate of Science.
Jessica Moss Solomon.
Bachelor of Science, Social Sciences.
Aline Donaldson Walters.
With first class honors.
Andre Dundas.
With first class honors.
Janelle Gladstone. Nicola Williams.
Dominica. Associate of Science.
Deborah Detouche Laville.
Bachelor of Education.
Mikeller Alexander.
With first class honors.
Ashana Atidor Joseph.
With first class honors.
Nicole Cuffey.
With first class honors.
Kellyanne Stedman.
With first class honors. Bachelor of Science, Social Sciences.
Kenneth Albert.
With first class honors.
Henkel Alexander. Amanda Barry. Shanice Blah.
With first class honors.
Jamesica Bontiff. Nigel Brewster. Siobhan Carrett.
With first class honors.
Imani Charles. Vernell Christopher. Ian DaCosta James. Sheldon Darrow. Ashner Deja. Diane Francis.
With first class honors.
Tyrese Francis. Manuela Frederick. Varshante Frederick. Aidan George.
With first class honors.
Johanna George. Kevin George.
With first class honors.
Monique Jeffrey. Claire Jean-Baptiste.
With first class honors.
Joanne Jean-Baptiste Geist. Kimania Joseph. Stasher Joseph. Vanessa Joseph Charles. Joselle Joseph Ducre. Narissa Marcelin. Coyote Matthew.
With first class honors.
Christiana Paul.
With first class honors.
Kareem Pinard. Natisa Richards.
With first class honors.
Kyle Ryan. Afina Toussaint Valerie. Chrissia Webb. Daisy Williams. Bachelor of Science, Sport. Stanton Seraphin.
With first class honors. Grenada. Diploma in Business Administration.
Jacania Christopher.
With distinction. Associate of Science.
Dania St. Louis Best.
With distinction. Bachelor of Education.
Rhonda Foray.
With first class honors.
Janae Greenwich.
With first class honors.
Alicia Modeste.
With first class honors.
Karima Plenty. Jasmine Prescott.
With first class honors.
Evelyn Renee Mark.
With first class honors.
Simone Roberts.
With first class honors.
Margaret Smith Paul.
With first class honors.
Nikki Thomas.
With first class honors. Bachelor of Science, Social Sciences.
Hermione Antoine.
With first class honors.
Darlene Ash. Ayana Brown. Latoya Bub. Artisha Charles. Kanya Charles. Ilona Davis.
With first class honors.
Kemick DeGale.
With first class honors.
Mickalyn DeGale.
With first class honors.
O'Shell Duncan. Anika Edwards.
With first class honors.
Hodia Ferguson.
With first class honors.
Karine Francis John.
With first class honors.
Morris Gabriel. Sabrina George.
With first class honors.
Tracy Gibbs.
With first class honors.
Ingrid Graham. Esther Harford. Alicia James.
With first class honors.
Khadijah James Williams. Amanda Joseph. Leron Joseph. Chinti Lakati.
With first class honors.
Nolly Ann Lalsey. Nisha Lewis.
With first class honors.
Tiffany McRae.
With first class honors.
Lisa McSween.
With first class honors.
Karine Mitchell.
With first class honors.
Tamaya Monroe. Gloria Nicholas. Aisha Noel.
With first class honors.
Natasha Otley.
With first class honors.
Monda Philip Sylvester. Alyssa Roberts.
With first class honors.
Melvin Salfarley.
With first class honors.
Anika Sanderson.
With first class honors.
Tamika Sandy.
With first class honors.
Joanne Saint Bernard. Avenel Street. Athenia Thomas. Simone Thomas. Vernon Thomas.
With first class honors.
Garth Williams.
Jamaica. Associate of Science.
Shania Lumsden.
Bachelor of Education.
Terrian Cargill. Thea K. Earl. Renee Green Burrell.
Shelleen Jackson with first class honors. Camille Lewis Mullings with first class honors. Camille Simpson Allen. Jamelia Walcott Houghton. Bachelor of Science, Social Sciences. Janelle Archer. Marsha Barrett. Sherrianne Basco. Venetia Brown with first class honors. Tessenia Campbell with first class honors. Rasheen Uter with first class honors. Melissa Gauntlet. Chantel Gray. Annette Grayson. Shavane Harriott with first class honors. Shauna Harris Montague with first class honors. Janelle James with first class honors. Deboni Johnson with first class honors. Janelle Johnson with first class honors. Deanne Litchmore. Alicia Prawl with first class honors. Dania Scott with first class honors. Alicia Seaton Hollymond. Tonisha Sims with first class honors. Vanessa Smith with first class honors. Andreen Walker with first class honors. Carrie-Ann White. Casey-Ann Williams Madrazo Teles with first class honors. Bachelor of Science, Sport. Brenton Parchment with first class honors. Montserrat. Bachelor of Arts. Keola Green with first class honors. Bachelor of Science, Social Sciences. Delcina Kaby. Wayne Walker. Goldita Weeks. Janelle White Fernandez with first class honors. St. Kitts and Nevis. Certificate in Early Childhood Development and Family Studies. Amy Williams. Bachelor of Education. Gabrielle Adams with first class honors. Eutania Brown with first class honors. Ebony Smith with first class honors. Maricia Vanlo Beaton with first class honors. Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Shenika Henry. Bachelor of Science, Social Sciences. Rolana Abel. Bethany Barry. Tevrin Bedford with first class honors. Chanel Betteridge. Sonita Bridgewater with first class honors. Tyrone Carey with first class honors. Shermel Christopher. Adelcia Connor Ferlance with first class honors.
Princess Douglas,
With first class honors.
Kimali Drew, Nadine George,
With first class honors.
Carissa Gums, Venicia Gums,
With first class honors.
Antoinette Herbert, Samantha Hodge,
With first class honors.
Devontae Jones,
With first class honors.
Shakira Matthew, Tion Peets,
With first class honors.
Terencia Pemberton,
With first class honors.
Zane Regis, Kiana Robinson, Raisa Saunders,
With first class honors.
Nydia Taylor,
With first class honors.
Takesha Taylor, Raydon Thomas, Kimberly Wilkes, Sanjay Williams, Bachelor of Science, Sport, Hushana Johnson, Hazel Williams,
Saint Lucia, Associate of Science.
Anne Marie Bailey,
Bachelor of Education.
Joanna Egbamano,
With first class honors.
Stephanie Fenelaw,
With first class honors.
Tasha Joseph,
With first class honors.
Crystal Taylor,
With first class honors. Bachelor of Science, Social Sciences.
Tori Adonis,
With first class honors.
Anisha Alsi,
With first class honors.
Michaela Alexander, Tekla Alexis,
With first class honors.
Jermaine Altifoy Fenelon, Yannick Anthony,
With first class honors.
Anicia Antoine, Cassandra Arthur,
With first class honors.
Latoya Augustine Joseph,
With first class honors.
Sherianne Aurelie,
With first class honors.
Amelia Bertine, Charlene Bulai Quinlan,
With first class honors.
Damian Cadet, Crescentia Shallery,
With first class honors.
Quincy Daniel,
With first class honors.
Janine Emmanuel,
With first class honors.
Stivell Eugene, Tassel Eugene,
With first class honors.
Tasha Felix,
With first class honors.
Vernette Francis, Leah Gilbert,
With first class honors.
Shania Harrow, Princess Ishmael,
With first class honors.
Termin Ismail,
With first class honors.
Brittany James,
Germaine Jean with first class honors.
Juliana Jean-Baptiste
With first class honors.
Josel Joseph
With first class honors.
Husef Lorison Tasha Lawrence
With first class honors.
Crystal Mann
With first class honors.
Jareem Martharin Juanine Marthrin Noelia MacDonald
With first class honors.
Kay Mondesi
With first class honors.
Janelle Monrose
With first class honors.
Josephine Myers
With first class honors.
Amil Octave
With first class honors.
Tycia Hall
With first class honors.
Hildra Plant Yasmin Polius
With first class honors.
Cheyenne Quinlan
With first class honors.
Creasy Rennie
With first class honors.
Mikasha Richard Alisa Richard Beno
With first class honors.
Keitha Rogers
With first class honors.
Che Saltibus Mikej Simon
With first class honors.
Donna St. Marthe
With first class honors.
Elsa St. Ville
With first class honors.
Sheffield St. Bryce
With first class honors.
Tyler St. Catherine William
With first class honors.
Steffi Ann St. Clair Murnette William
With first class honors.
Bachelor of Science Sport Tariq Edward
With first class honors. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Associate of Science.
Kiana Arrington
Bachelor of Education.
Carissa Blucher
With first class honors.
Abe Brown
With first class honors.
Chernell Brown
With first class honors.
Kedisha Brown Williams
With first class honors.
Misha Dalton
With first class honors.
Chantal Dells Kanda Derrick
With first class honors.
Janelle Durant Barker
With first class honors.
Aria Edwards
With first class honors.
Patrina Friday Janique Graves
With first class honors.
Sanara Henry Foy
With first class honors.
Josanne Hoyt
With first class honors.
Alicia Jo Charles
With first class honors.
Melinda John
With first class honors.
Akiyama Johnson Zelfa Joyette
With first class honors.
Rhea Lewis
With first class honors.
Relisha London
With first class honors.
Tracy Murray
With first class honors. Lakeisha Patterson with first class honors. Sigourney Quao Ferguson with first class honors. Clevorne Robertson with first class honors. Kamish Samuel with first class honors. Russan Samuel with first class honors. Tishorn Smart with first class honors. Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Marie Games. Bachelor of Science, Social Sciences, Tiffany Agard. Ketisha Alexander. Sian Allen with first class honors. Hafisa Barrow. Druan Boye. Shaniva Burke. Shanika Bino with first class honors. Wilvan Charles. Shanez Clifton. Orica Collins. Denika Compton Bino with first class honors. Kamara Craig. Natalie Dalloway. Nyasha De Freitas with first class honors. Chanel Del Pleche with first class honors. Azedon Durant with first class honors. Rhea Edwards with first class honors. Tonya Edwards with first class honors. Clemika Fergus with first class honors. Tamika Foyle. Josh Franklin. Sheldon Fedrick with first class honors. Ariel Gibson with first class honors. Vanessa Harry. Lazisha Hector. Renee Henry with first class honors. Zoisha Henry Mateer with first class honors. Marielle Horn. Melanie Hoyt with first class honors. Tishana Hoyt with first class honors. Kishana Ennis with first class honors. Simone Jacobs with first class honors. Chavella John with first class honors. Nicasia John. Labriska Johnson. Trevonette Johnson with first class honors. Andra Keyser with first class honors. Algie King with first class honors. Keisha King with first class honors. Roxelle Michael with first class honors. Marissa Morgan with first class honors. Shireen Morris. Donna Nelson. Rafaela Oliver with first class honors. Kizian Patrick. Kanisha Peters. Yori Phillips with first class honors. Anicia Richards. Shauna Richards Shallow with first class honors. Clarence Roberts with first class honors. Tira Samuel with first class honors. Diana Smart with first class honors. Julene Spence. Jayana Thomas. Kenika Thompson with first class honors. Kayana Warner with first class honors. Azaria White. Trisha Wilson with first class honors. Bachelor of Science, Sport. Kelisha Ashton York with first class honors. Shanique Deshong. Trinidad and Tobago. Certificate in Early Childhood Development and Family Studies. Rohini Budu. Elizabeth Prudhomme Balbikram. Diploma in Youth Development Work. Sean John. Associate of Science. Chelsea Bino. Lindsay George. Ronica Jacobs. Victoria Sayers. Bachelor of Education. Maria Amirali with first class honors. Patrice Kalinda with first class honors. Carla Dennis Rodney. Joanna Hospitalis. Indrauti Lalji with first class honors. Christiana Lucky. Kellyanne Matthew. Danelle Spring Burke. Barbara Stanley. Nadine Williams Grandison with first class honors. Bachelor of Science, Social Sciences. Patrice Carr Arno with first class honors. Roberta Chun Shepherd with first class honors. Joanne Caldero Joseph with first class honors. Christy May Figaro. Suan Frederick Bagalo. Shaniqua Gittins. Carvel Gomez Bramble with first class honors. Safira Khan with first class honors. Victoria Maharaj with first class honors. Anivia McIntosh with first class honors. Selena Singh with first class honors. Shakil Tobias with first class honors. John Townsend. Shanike Williams with first class honors. Karen Wills Moe. Shalina Yatali. Turks and Caicos. Associate of Science. Rafana Innocent. Bachelor of Education.
Tracy Clark.
Rosalie Sherwood with First Class Honors. Bachelor of Science, Social Sciences.
Janice Mills.
With First Class Honors,
International student.
Guyana. Bachelor of Science, Social Sciences.
Samantha De Freitas.
With First Class Honors.
I now call on the class valedictorian, Mrs. Kellyanne Stedman, Bachelor of Education with First Class Honors from the Global Campus, Dominica, to deliver the valedictory address.
Chancellor Miller, Vice Chancellor Beckles, Chairperson of Global Campus Council, Her Excellency Dr. June Summer, Pro Vice Chancellor and Campus Principal Dr. Francis Sevre, Honorary Graduate Dr. Kirani James, University executives and other members of staff, fellow graduates, distinguished guests. I extend my warmest greetings, brimming with Pelican pride. It is an honor to represent the outstanding accomplishments of an exceptional cohort of scholars from the UWI Global Campus. Proud graduates, this ceremony transcends mere academic recognition. It heralds the commencement of a promising new chapter. As we embark on the path ahead, one reality is clear. We are called to lead. To commemorate this milestone, I wish to share an extract of a spoken word that I have composed. Listen, do you hear the bellowing of the pelican's call? Calling us to soar to new heights of leadership, to break free from the comforts of complacency and boldly step into the path of new responsibilities. The onus now rests upon us to respond courageously. Respected graduates, today we stand at a pivotal juncture between our past and future. As we reflect, we draw inspiration from numerous distinguished Caribbean leaders nurtured by the UWI. We now stand where they once stood, equipped with the knowledge and skills necessary to assume leadership roles in our region. Just as they answered the call to lead, the onus now rests on us to carry the mantle, continuing the proud tradition of UWI alumni. However, my dear colleagues, our journey to this milestone was no easy task. We share a common narrative, hurrying home after work fatigue, yet still present for our Zoom sessions, juggling multiple assignments and making sacrifices to meet our deadlines. We face significant challenges, including unreliable Wi-Fi and unexpected computer malfunctions. And who could forget the anxiety of submitting work just before midnight? Nevertheless, we persevered. The insights of social activist Frederick Douglass encapsulate our experience. He says, quote, "If there is no struggle, there is no progress," end quote. During this challenging yet rewarding journey, we gained more than we anticipated. Our skills developed, our abilities sharpened, and we rose to higher levels of critical thinking. Like the pelican soaring gracefully over the turbulent waters, we too have transcended these challenges. Thus, it is fitting to pause and express our deepest gratitude to our families, friends, colleagues, and the broader UWI community for their unwavering support. Our ascent was not solitary, for they were the wind beneath our wings. Graduates, as we reminisce on our shared experiences, three essential lessons have become integral to our identities. First, reflection is fundamental for development. In every field of academic discipline offered by the university, reflection has played a vital role in our evaluation. Education philosopher John Dewey emphasized, quote, We do not learn from experience, we learn from reflecting on experience. End quote. Pelicans, as we soar to new heights of leadership, let us continually analyze ourselves, recognizing that this self-examination is crucial for our holistic development. Secondly, transformative leadership is the foundation of success. Our UWI experience reinforced that transformative leadership fosters diverse communities capable of addressing contemporary issues. We were consistently encouraged to value different viewpoints and create environments where all can thrive. Graduates, let us draw wisdom from Calypso icon Mighty Sparrow, who instructed, I quote, "The strong must support the weak if the weak must grow strong." End quote. As we boldly step into new responsibilities, may we empower those around us to reach their fullest potential. Finally, our strength lies in unity. The numerous group assignments indeed served a purpose. They imparted a vital lesson that no man is an island, no leader stands alone. It is through our shared efforts that we build a stronger nation. For us in the Caribbean, our strength is rooted in our unity. Graduates, we must collectively aspire to materialize regional integration to elevate this region to new heights. Fellow Pelicans, through these lessons, UWI has instilled in us the values of lifelong learning. As we respond to the Pelicans' call, let us embody these principles and commit ourselves to preserving UWI's legacy throughout the Caribbean. It is now our obligation to drive change in our communities, innovate within our industries, and create pathways for others to follow. As our noble campus transitions from the open campus to a more inclusive global campus, this moment calls upon us to pursue elevated positions of leadership. Let our influence penetrate international borders, leaving an indelible mark on the global stage, demonstrating that we are the light rising from the west. Dearest colleagues, as we ascend, let us channel the courage of the pelican, remaining true to our authentic selves. I encourage each of us to welcome the unconventional, make bold choices that go beyond the mainstream, and pursue a path less traveled. Today, we celebrate. The global campus has made the Caribbean region 1,168 graduates stronger. Congratulations, class of 2024. Together we rise. The future is ours to lead. Thank you.
Sir, I now call on Professor Julie Meeks Gardner, Director of Graduate Studies and Research, to present to you members of our society for the award of master's degrees and postgraduate diplomas of this university.
Sir, I present to you these members of our society who, having fulfilled the requirements of this university, have been admitted to master's degrees and postgraduate diplomas, and beg that you recognize their advancement in our society.
By the authority vested in me, I confer on these persons whose names are about to be called master's degrees and postgraduate diplomas of this university and recognize their advancement in our society.
Anguilla, Master of Arts, English Language, Alison Mars Harry, with merit. Master of Education, Literacy Instruction, Leonise Francis Prosper. Master of Science, Management Studies, Human Resource Management, Charo Barry. Sari Lee Benjamin. Antigua and Barbuda, Master of Science, Information Technology, Enterprise Systems, Bradley Harris, with distinction. The Bahamas, Master of Science, Management and Educational Leadership, Tavara Hepburn, with distinction. Barbados, Postgraduate Diploma in Management and Educational Leadership, Shari Benjamin, with merit. Master of Education, Teaching and Learning with Emerging Technologies, Lasonia Peters, with distinction. Agnes Seeley, with distinction. Belize, Master of Education, Inclusive and Special Education, Anelita Garcia. Master of Science, Biosafety, Susie Valdez, with merit. Master of Science, Investments and Wealth Management, Sonali Sharma. Master of Science, Management and Educational Leadership, Faith Arthurs. Gloria Martinez Loredo, Master of Science, Management Studies, Human Resource Management, Vanessa Garel de Paz, with merit. Dominica, Postgraduate Diploma in Climate Resilient Agricultural Extension for Community Development, Elton Daniel, with distinction. Master of Science, Management and Educational Leadership, Shanda Coffey Johnson, with distinction. Master of Science, Management Studies, Project Management, Kimberly Charles, with distinction. Leandra Lander. Grenada, Master of Arts, English Language, Tamara Savory, with distinction. Shani Sylvester. Master of Education, Early Childhood Education, Denise Andrew, with merit. Master of Science, Management Studies, Management Information Systems, Daniel Mahadev, with merit. Jamaica, Postgraduate Diploma in Education, Secondary, English, Georgetta Barton Williams, with distinction. Master of Arts, English Language, Anne-Marie Lawrence. Master of Education, Literacy Instruction, Tashika Maxwell. Master of Science, Instructional Design and Technology, Fiona Edwards. Yvonne Samuels Ramsey. Antoinette Spencer. Master of Science, Management Studies, Damian Gordon, with distinction. Nika Maiton, Michelle Thomas Fagan, with merit. Master of Science, Management Studies, Human Resource Management, Adia Maxwell, with distinction. Dion Thompson, with merit. Master of Science, Management Studies, Public Sector Management, Natanya Powell. Master of Philosophy, Molecular Biology, Kevin Graham, with high commendation. St. Kitts and Nevis, Master of Science, Development Studies, Economic Development Policy, Michelle Pollock, with distinction. Master of Science, Management Studies, Project Management, Donna Hutton. St. Lucia, Master of Arts, English Language, Tessa Setange, with distinction. Master of Education, Literacy Instruction, Sherma Marcel. Master of Education, Teaching and Learning with Emerging Technologies, Shakina Melius, with distinction. Master of Science, Management and Educational Leadership, Michaela Kanshan, with distinction. Stesha Stanislas, with distinction. Master of Science, Management Studies, Mahanda Antoine. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Postgraduate Diploma in Early Childhood Education, Katesia Fergus, with distinction. Master of Arts, English Language, Francisca Alexander Holder, with distinction. Kathleen Butler, with distinction. Master of Education, Social Context and Education Policy, Kendra Aline, with merit. Master of Education, Teaching and Learning with Emerging Technologies, Sharifa Barrow, with distinction. Trinidad and Tobago, Postgraduate Diploma in Management and Educational Leadership, Stacy Headley Andal, with merit. Master of Science, Management and Educational Leadership, Jezreen Steele Nichols, with distinction. Master of Science, Management Studies, Human Resource Management, Sarah Ann Ramlan. Melanie Romani, with merit. Master of Science, Management Studies, Management Information Systems, Ashley Lyons, with merit. The Turks and Caicos Islands, Master of Science, Management and Educational Leadership, Marissa Horn, with distinction. International students, Guyana, Postgraduate Diploma in Education, Secondary, Mathematics, Donnell Phillips Evans. Postgraduate Diploma in Instructional Design, Alicion Peters. International Students, St. Martin, Master of Science, Management and Educational Leadership, Shermel Wilson, with distinction.
Sir, I now call on Professor Audrey Henry Lee, Pro Vice Chancellor, Graduate Studies and Research, to present to you members of our society for the award of Doctor of Education degrees.
Sir, I present to you these members of our society who, having fulfilled the requirements of this university, have been admitted to the degree of Doctor of Education and beg that you recognize their advancement in our society.
By the authority vested in me, I confer on these persons whose names are about to be called the degree of Doctor of Education of this university and recognize their advancement in our society.
Antigua and Barbuda, Doctor of Education, Educational Leadership, Higher Education, Lentworth Johnson. The Bahamas, Doctor of Education, Educational Leadership, Education Systems and Schools, Desiree Williams. Doctor of Education, Educational Leadership, Higher Education, Fan Bow. Doctor of Education, Teaching and Learning with Emerging Technologies, Ilonka Sargent Capron. Grenada, Doctor of Education, Educational Leadership, Higher Education, Jocelyn Peters. Jamaica, Doctor of Education, Teaching and Learning with Emerging Technologies, Patrice Bowen. Melissa Gale. St. Kitts and Nevis, Doctor of Education, Educational Leadership, Higher Education, Philip Etienne. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Doctor of Education, Educational Leadership, Education Systems and Schools, Atali Kane Solin. Doctor of Education, Teaching and Learning with Emerging Technologies, Wendy Bino. Trinidad and Tobago, Doctor of Education, Educational Leadership, Higher Education, Claudette Austin. Ashaki Doe, Doctor of Education, Teaching and Learning with Emerging Technologies, Lauren Nero with high commendation.
I invite Vice Chancellor Professor Sir Hilary Beckles to recognize them.
Congratulations. I wish you all the very best.
I now call on UWI alumni Ms. Judy McCutcheon and Mr. Russell John to lead the graduates in the Alumni Pledge.
Congratulations, graduates. It is a distinct honor and pleasure
to officially welcome you to the UE alumni family.
You are encouraged to become engaged alumni
who show Pelican pride and are involved in the life of the campus.
as guest speakers, mentors, and supporters of all events,
and promoters of the University of the West Indies.
We now invite the graduating class of 2024 to recite the UWI Alumni Pledge.
As a graduate of the University of the West Indies, I commit myself to uphold the ideals and goals of my alma mater. My conduct and voice shall reflect the commitment of excellence of the light rising from the West, as I fulfill my social and professional responsibilities and serve my community and region. I will strive to ensure the UWI's place as a Caribbean icon, the catalyst for Caribbean development and leadership. It is a legacy that I will proudly help build for future generations. The UWI, first in our hearts and first in our region.
We will now have a rendition of the university song, There Is a Light.
From Caribbean islands, Guyana and Belize, was born a university of the West Indies, proud symbol of our oneness for strength and unity. With vision clear, you came along to shape our destiny, to follow after knowledge, the truth to seek and find, to teach us love and justice, to liberate the mind. Today we see you rising, a light out of the west, that guides the feet of all who seek the noblest and the best. There is a light that is rising from out of the west, and the bearers of that light are we. So we follow those whose way has brought glory to your name, making a better world for you and for me. As from your noble portals, your sons and daughters go to face a world of challenges, to conquer every foe. We work and play together, and as time marches on, we'll never forget the lessons that the whole of we are one. UWI, we praise you, we lift our voice in song, we let our patrons roll loud and still and stay along. For you have shaped our lives so that we can truly say, to you we owe our gratitude, the debt we can't repay. There is a light that is rising from out of the west, and the bearers of that light are we. So we follow those whose work has brought glory to your name, making a better world for you and for me. This is our University of the West Indies.
This brings to a close the public ceremony by which the University of the West Indies has signaled the award of degrees, associate degrees, diplomas, and certificates to its graduates.
It's a light that is rising from out of the west, and bodies of the light are we. So we thank those whose work has brought glory to your name, making a better world for you and for me. This is our university.